Hey y'all, welcome to McLean's RV. I've got Jim here from Jim Hickey from Renegade RV, and we're going to talk about the Vienna from Renegade. Jim made a trip all the way down from Indiana to be here to help us learn about the Vienna and help us sell a few Viennas.
That's the plan.
Let's start on the outside. Jim, tell us about this paint job, man. This is incredible looking.
Yeah, this is our Mojave Sunset paint job, and we use a paint called Sickens. It's an automotive paint, and what we do is we do 3 layers of clear coat on the front, because obviously it's got more wear and tear there, and then we do 2 coats on the back. But in between each coat, we go ahead and do a wet sand and buff. So it gives you that smooth, so you can't feel the lines paint job.
I noticed up here on the front, there's this little diamond thing, and you can kind of feel a line. What is that exactly?
Yeah, that's an optional feature on the Vienna. It's something that goes ahead and gives extra protection to those parts where you might get those rocks flying up or whatnot. So it goes all the way about halfway up the front hood here. We put it also in the about 18 inches up to keep things from flying up off the tires. And then we also put it in a third spot because you have your keys coming out and everything else. We put it around the actual door handle, and luckily you probably won't get much wear and tear because we do have keyless entry on this model.
So I noticed when we were looking at this, the awning, it looks like it goes pretty much the full length. That doesn't look like a normal awning.
Yeah, this is our Gerard awning. We have you know, the lateral arms, so you don't have the arms coming down. I mean, obviously there's not a lot of body because it's a smaller unit, 25.5 feet. So we went ahead and put the lateral arms, and we made it the full length of the RV itself, and so that you get to use the entire side of your unit to give you as much shade as possible and covering. And then we go ahead and put the LED light strip in the full length of it as well, so your entire campsite will be covered there with light.
I mean, this coach is incredible. It's beautiful. Why? I mean, what are we seeing here? I mean, what construction-wise compared to some of the other Mercedes chassis motorhomes that are out there? I mean, what do you?
Sure.
What's different about this?
Yeah, we do a few things. One, our sidewalls, our roof, our floors, our rear walls, all of our slide rooms and everything is a vacuum bonded laminated wall. We do vitrocino on the exterior, which is a thicker fiberglass, which doesn't require a substrate underneath it to give you to be able to apply that fiberglass. So what's nice about that is it helps take a little weight out because these are weight sensitive coaches, but also, you know, you don't want to have wood in if you don't have to. So we don't have any wood on the exterior, and then even on the interior wallboard, instead of a Luan, we do a Asdale, which is a composite material as well. So again, you're not going to have the any wood in there at all. Another thing that we do differently from most of the Mercedes products, I'm going to talk about the side cameras. So a couple of things. One, we have side cameras where you'll notice some of the other Sprinters do not, but we also put them on the exterior of the mirrors, which is the furthermost point. So it helps you see further down the sidewall. But also, it is integrated into the Mercedes MBUX system, which is built into their dash. And most that do a side camera, they need a second monitor in there, but ours is just built right into the dash. And then a third thing is you go ahead and we have a button that we integrated in, which allows you to use the side cameras while going down the road. Well, obviously they turn on with a turn signal, but even if your turn signal is not on, you press the button and the side cameras will turn on. One of them or the other, or you can just leave the rear camera going the whole time while you're driving, like a rear view camera, because you can't see normally. So
if you're like towing or something, you can actually look at what's behind you.
Absolutely.
That's really cool. I see jacks down there. So is that automatic leveling?
Yeah. Yep. They're a 4-point auto level. You push one button, walk away. You can set up the rest of the campsite while it levels your unit for you. So.
And then you kind of mentioned something before when we were talking about the baggage doors. So, and these doors especially. What What's the significance of these? I know they look really nice, but
Yeah, I mean, what's nice about them is, we build them in-house. So we have complete control of the quality control of our baggage doors versus buying them from a vendor. So they are aluminum and insulated. What's nice about it is it's a heavy duty. It opens to the side, excuse me, instead of opening to the top. So it's easier to get into, but the baggage doors itself, just a heavy duty, and it's a slam latch door that you don't have to slam. So it's just easy close, easy open, durable. It's just a good setup that we come up with there at Renegade RV.
And this is a LP Quick Connect. Is that for like a grill or something? Or?
Yeah, it's pretty cool how we do that. I mean, if you see an LP Quick Connect by most of our competitors, you're gonna see it's just kind of hanging down underneath, exposed to the elements. But we just take it a step further at Renegade, and we go ahead and put it behind a compartment door here. And what's nice is you can feed a hose up through the bottom and pop it right in there, and shut your door. So it's nicely protected, and yeah.
Looks good. Very cool. But it seems like everything in here is kind of just taken to the next level to keep the aesthetic. And before we started the live, you'd mentioned that like Renegade's kind of a small batch, very clean, more luxurious facility. Could you tell us a little bit about that? I mean, you've got like almost 20 years in the RV business, so you've seen a lot of manufacturers and a lot of component manufacturers and worked for a lot of different companies. What's so unique about Renegade, and why should people be interested in spending almost $200,000 on
Absolutely. I mean, we talked about it, and like I said before, I was working on the vendor side and was asked if I would be interested in coming over to Renegade. And I went and toured the facility, and I kept hearing about the Renegade way, and I was like, let me see for myself. So I went in. The facility is the cleanest I've seen, and you don't see people running around the facility like you do with the ones that are cranking out unit after unit after unit. Mm-hmm. They're taking their time, they're building what they can build, and they're making sure they're doing it the right way. And that's what really impressed me about Renegade, and you'll see that in just the extra steps we do, like putting the LP Quick Connect behind the door, like the way we do our compartment doors. We do it in-house so we can control the way things are done. I mean, it's just amazing, just the way they operate as a company.
I also noticed the frameless windows out here. Do those actually open, or how do those work? Is that?
Yeah, they're frameless. I mean, there's different windows out there in the industry, and different products use different types. Our frameless windows, obviously, they're, to me, the best looking window out there. Mm-hmm. And the nice thing about them is the way they open, they allow you to stay open, the windows open, even when it's raining. So it just opens at the bottom so that the rain can come down and not get inside your unit. So it's pretty neat how it works. And we did kind of step past the entertainment unit. Just want to mention that that all the Viennas are standard with the outside entertainment unit. So it's a TV, Bluetooth stereo with DVD. I mean, it's a pretty nice setup.
Let's move around to the back. I remember learning something about this before, but my memory's not real good. Tell us about how this is all done. This back cap here.
Sure. Yeah. When Vienna first came out, we had a one-piece fiberglass cap that covered the entire back end, like you'd see in maybe a diesel or a pusher or whatnot. But we decided that the Sprinter chassis are a very weight-sensitive chassis, so we decided we could keep it just as nice looking by doing a molded fiberglass bumper and a spoiler on top, give you that great look, but take some weight out of the unit as well, so that there's more OCCC, which is the occupant cargo carrying capacity, for the customer to be able to bring more along with them. But you still have the nice solid laminated fiberglass wall back here, so you're still good to go.
So this floor plan is a full wall slide with the bed and the recliners all on one side, and we're going to go inside and take a look at it in a second. But I mean, that seems like a lot of weight. do you know about how much weight can you take with you in a coach like this?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, and yes, it is this is a 25 FWC, so it's a full wall slide with a cab over, so you have the bed that goes over the top. But the average, you're looking at about 900 to 1,000 pounds of carrying capacity in here.
Seems like plenty. Well, let's go take a look on the inside.
All right.
Is this door wider than most? It kind of feels like it is.
It's funny you caught that. Yeah, you know, a lot in the industry are going to be 24-inch door. We went to a 30-inch. That gives you a lot more space walking in.
Let's let the folks see the interior here, because this is just top notch. I mean, the gloss on the cabinetry and the furniture, just everything. Colors go nice together. Really nice looking motorhome. So, what's this floor? This is kind of different. It looks really nice, but it's almost got like a marine kind of feel to it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we got this right out of the marine industry, and why is that? Is, you know, a lot of times people are at the lake or in the rain or whatnot, and they're coming in, and if there's linoleum on the floor, obviously it can be a little slippery, but bringing things in from the marine industry, you know, it's going to be more slip resistant if you have wet feet. And it's really easy to maintain and clean, and just simple soap and water, and you're good to go.
Cool. And then up here, is this a new Mercedes chassis? It looks really nice.
Yeah, it's the new Mercedes chassis, and what's nice about it is, you know, this is the inbuck system that we were talking about. Okay, and this is where the cameras will, you know, come through, your navigation, your stereo, all that good stuff. But if you notice, it has more of a burlwood look. We actually take that off, take it to a shop, and we hand dip it in paint. Wow. And then we put it back together just to give you that Renegade way again, you know, just give you that extra step. And then again, underneath the steering column up against the dash is where that button is that you can push and direct your cameras while going down the road. And with the Sprinter chassis, I'm not aware of anyone else being able to do that at this time.
Yeah. And then up here we've got the bunk. Is this about a full size or queen size? Or?
No, it's going to be more about a full size. But what's nice about what we do, again, doing the extra step, you know, a couple things. One, most are going to have, you know, take some material and wrap it around a board and then try to screw it all in. We actually had ours molded and designed just for this to give you more interior headroom when you're coming from the cab back into the coach, but it's just clean and it just looks so much nicer. Yeah. And then we go ahead and put rails in here as well, so that you can easily just slide this back to make your bed. And we have pins on each side. So you have your pins. So once you pull all the way, you just pin down each side, and you have it locked and loaded so that people can jump up with the ladder and take a rest.
Do you know about how much weight you can hold up here? Or?
Hey Jacoby, I double checked and want to let you know that the weight capacity on this bunk is 400 pounds.
Tell us about the furniture. Looks different. Doesn't look like normal RV furniture.
Yeah, I mean, with our furniture, these are the theater seating that we offer. So,
oh, nice.
All right, this pops up. You've got the centerpiece. You got USB ports in there. Just again, just a little extra stuff for you.
The cabinetry is really nice in here too. It's got a nice gloss on it. Is this real wood or?
Yeah, it's all real wood. It's real solid maple wood. Our stiles, our doors. But one thing is, this is an optional sheen. It comes standard with a 60 sheen, and but we do offer in the Vienna a 90 sheen upgrade. That extra buff on there and polish that just really stand out versus the competition.
Now, when the slide comes in, can you still get into like the bathroom or the refrigerator?
Yeah, you can get into the bathroom and the refrigerator when the slide comes in, because this bed will have to pop up like this, so it comes in, but it gives you the room to get to the bathroom.
Nice. Now, does this have like regular holding tanks and whatnot for the bathroom, or is this like a cassette deal, or how does that work?
No, there's holding tanks for the bathroom, and so you got the black tank, the gray tank, and fresh water. Freshwater tank's actually above floor.
Okay.
It's right here underneath the bed.
So you can camp out in cold weather in this RV?
Yeah, absolutely.
I noticed there's a big air conditioner right there above you. Is that ducted, or is there a heat that come out of that, or how does that?
Yeah, I mean, with the Vienna product, we do offer a ducted AC system with heat pump. So that is a real nice feature. So, especially in a place like Texas where, except for last week, where, drops, maybe into the 45, 50 at night, somewhere in that area, you can just use the heat pump and it'll just take the crispness out of the air. If it gets to a certain temperature, it will go ahead and kick on in your furnace. So,
and is that all controlled through this deal, or?
Yeah, it's going to be controlled through the multiplex system. So you control multiple things from here. Like that's how you put your slides in and out, and obviously the temperature that shows right here. It has a heat pump. So yeah, you check all multiple things here.
Oh wow!
Right.
And the generator in this, is that a diesel generator or a propane generator?
It depends.
Okay.
So standard on here is going to be the 3600 LP generator. This one here that we're standing in right now was upgraded to the diesel generator. Nice thing about that is it pulls from your Mercedes diesel tank and preserves LP for other features in like the furnace and things like that.
Well, what else do you think folks would want to know about this, or maybe if they're looking at something similar to this, what should they be looking for in comparison?
Yeah, I mean, one thing, I was talking about the generator. One thing that we do in sprinters is, if you look at anyone else in the sprinter line as of today, as far as I know, the LP generators is what you're going to find in most, because customers really like the auto gen start feature, right? And that's available with the LP generators. Well, we've been able to figure out, again, the Renegade way, how to do the auto gen start with the diesel generator in a sprinter. So that's something that ours is equipped with, which is a really nice feature.
So what's auto gen start?
That's a great question, Jacoby. Auto gen start is an application that triggers your generator to kick on under 3 criteria: time of day, temperature, or battery.
And then notice there's no like gas burners. Is there that's not propane. What is true induction? What's that exactly?
It's an induction cooktop. Again, this is an option. Okay, a standard is going to be a 2-burner LP cooktop, and then what we offer is the induction as a single burner. It allows you to have a little bit more counter space, when you go with that. But it's also just a higher feature, and it doesn't get hot, right? So that's what's really nice about induction. So
nice big sink. That's nice.
Yeah, that's a great feature.
Is this like a solid surface countertop?
Yeah, it's solid surface made by LG. So, yep. And then one thing here, if you look down here, you'll see it has what we call a floating countertop.
Oh, that's
so you do
cool.
have not just a light strip, it has a countertop kind of on a countertop. So it's a pretty cool little feature. Again, it just shows you that little extra step that we're going to take at Renegade.
What is that, like aluminum in there or something?
Yeah, it's just a reflective material, kind of a mirrored material in there. So it gives you that perception of it being a floating countertop.
It's like pretty nice storage under here. Trash can.
Yep.
It's nice.
And if you look at the drawers, I mean, all of our drawers and our doors are sunken into the stiles. So it's more of a flush mount. It's a nice feature that we offer that you're not going to find in a lot of the competitors' products, right? We also see it's all hardwood. It's slow close.
Oh, nice.
So another nice feature we have here is we have a lock.
Whoa. That's cool.
Yeah, so you can pull your clothes out of the closet, right? Instead of digging back and trying to shuffle through, and you can just see that front shirt. So just a little extra step that we're doing. And then we also do the same thing with the pantry over here.
Oh, wow.
All right.
Well, this has been really informative. Man, I noticed there's like, what are there, 3 TVs in this thing?
Well, you got one on the outside. You got one here. And what's nice about it is attached to the wall with a magnet. So that's how it's, you hear just the magnet catching there. But what's nice about it is obviously if they're up in the, you want to have it for the bunk, no problem. For the theater seats, over for the bed, not a problem at all, and then stows away. Another feature that's nice is we always have a power strip on our other floor plan. It comes out of the counter, but here it comes from up top. So it's going to give you some 110 and then USB ports there.
For like the coffee maker or ice maker.
Yeah, absolutely. That way it's not in the wall or whatnot, not on the countertop taking up space. It keeps it nice and flush there.
Nice. Well, now Vienna, this is, so Renegade, they make like the real big like Super Cs and stuff like that. Is that right?
Yep.
And so where does this fall in their product lineup exactly?
Well, what's nice about it is there's the RV or the Renegade way in every product that we build.
Okay.
So the same DNA that's in our Icon, that's up in that $850,000 range, all the way into this Vienna, which your MSRP is at, I think, 169 or whatnot. You know, they have the same engineers building it, the same materials being used in it. I mean, it's really cool that way. So I would say it's hard to compare in, you know, from a Super C to a Class C, which we also build, and then to our Sprinters. But we offer the Vienna, and then we do have one more Sprinter van that's a little bit a little more price focused underneath it.
Okay.
It just doesn't have it built the same exact way.
Sure.
Just less amenities.
Okay. And I mean, y'all don't build a whole lot of these every year, from what I understand, right? This is somewhat of a small batch type production.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's the way we do it. We want to make sure we build each one right, and we're more about the quality than the quantity. So that's how we've built our company, and we do the same thing with our dealer network as well. We have less dealers so that we can make sure that the customers are getting better service by the ones that sell it, because they're going to know the product better than if you have one on every corner type of thing. So,
well, I really appreciate you taking the time to walk through this and do all this off the cuff. We had no script or anything like that, so I really appreciate the awkwardness and willing to work with us like this. And I'm really excited that we've had some people watching this. Appreciate y'all for tuning in.